I think the Hari Raya questions are gonna be happening. Tasha, when are you gonna get a boyfriend? Tasha, when are you gonna get married? You have to have kids. Yeah, that's the hardest part. But it only happens once a year, so don't worry about it.
How do you feel about this statement, having your life together by 30?
I think that's bull. I'm sorry, but can I use that word? Yeah. I think not everyone has the privilege of really having everything together and everything becomes so nice by the age of 30.
That's a very big pressure. When you are in your 20s, people are expecting you to have a career, assets like house, cars, and then when you're entering your 30s, people are expecting you to have your own family. Why are you not married yet?
But in reality, 30 is so many different things. There's so many different 30s that you're gonna look at and see.
I don't think I am afraid of going to my 30s anymore, but when I was a little bit younger, it definitely seemed more daunting. But currently, I'm just like, you know what, your 30s are the new 20s, so I'm excited.
Where do you think this perception of having your life together by 30 comes from?
I think it's very much part of the Asian psyche. Even though my parents don't really force me to do anything or achieve anything, but you have the peer pressure. When I went to university, people start to chat and talk about their futures and all that. And especially once everyone graduates, and I think that becomes very obvious. There's a competition between who get the best jobs and all that.
And I also think that sometimes it comes from a place of, the person not really knowing what they want. So they just follow along and go with the flow.
It's because of the women's biological clock. You have to have kids before you're 40 because you are a ticking time bomb that's about to not pop out babies.
I think women have it harder because of the pressure for them to become pregnant and start a family.
Definitely. I felt the pressure too when I was in my 20s.
Personally, I would love to have kids. And being 30 now means I only have 6 years to have a kid before it becomes high risk or a geriatric pregnancy. And thinking of having a kid in 6 years does not make sense to me at all because I am a kid. There's just no way. I don't see it happening.
I was constantly rushing, to get myself into a relationship, to build a family. I just wish that I have more time to slowly gain this relationship, slowly build a family, not just rush everything.
As a woman, yeah, it does suck. Especially if you do want kids, you are fighting against that. But I think in this day and age, it's slowly changing anyway because a lot of people might not want to have kids or might have kids a little later compared to, I would say, the previous generation.
How has your priorities and goals changed since your 20s?
When I was young, it was trying to establish a career and you wanted to be stable. But right now, the perception has changed. I think right now I'm trying to balance between charting your future, but at the same time also live in the present. I don't take things so seriously right now as compared to when I was a lot younger.
I guess when I was 20 or in my 20s, I was just let's go party. And when I say party, I don't mean party. I just mean whatever, let's just do whatever I want to. I have no responsibilities whatsoever. I just want to have fun. And I think now, ever since my 20s, trailed off and now I'm 30, I definitely realized that I have more commitments.
Now it's more of okay, this money goes to bills, this money goes to savings. It's also the priority of taking care of yourself, eating more healthy food, drinking more water, going to the gym or just taking that mental health walk is very important. So I feel that shift in mindset happened in my 30s compared to my 20s. Is the understanding that you have a future to worry about.
I was focused on gaining money and then it slowly shifted when I got my own family, and then I come to realize that chasing all this money doesn't really mean much to you. Now I'm doing what I love to do, is focus on my family.
Do you think having your life together looks different for everyone?
Yeah, definitely. It will look different on everyone. Some people would think that having your life together is owning everything, but as in for me, having my life together is being able to feel happy and you don't want to chase for anything else.
I have this very interesting perspective that I learned from my student. If you do not give meaning to life, then whatever things that you are facing right now is actually you will just know that it's temporarily, which means that you don't attach any values. You just think that life is a fleeting moment, there's no meaning. So whether you're sad, you're happy right now at the moment, you just know that it will be gone soon. I'm not sure whether it sounds very depressing, but I think we wouldn't get our life together. I think it's just that we become stronger to face challenges one after another.
I think it's important to define what having your life together means to you. Once you do have that understanding, to accept that and to not be affected by, what other people do around you. Their journey is completely different to yours, Something that I always feel really strongly about is you're just on time.
Not everyone has the same timeline. Not everyone is going to be the same as society, what society sets. And that's okay. Some people get married early, have kids early. Some people might not ever have kids. Some people might never get married. Some people will get married. That's what makes us human. We're all very unique and different.
Don't rush into things because eventually things will fall into place eventually. I started my career at the age of 29, something that I did not expect. But somehow now I'm in a better place right now. I'm working.
When life gives your life to be together, then you savor it. If not, keep going. I don't like having these milestones in life because then you hold yourself back and then you're gonna be sad. So don't worry.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mashable Southeast Asia.